Barakallahu fikum, inshallah. We have another call. Yes, please, you're on air.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
My question is at what age does Qurbani becomes a fard?
What's that, please?
When does, the sacrificing of the lamb
Yes,
at the
yes,
time
yes.
of Eid al-Adha, when does it become
Fard.
a must? Because if it is a baby of 7 or 8 months old, does that become fard for that parents of the baby?
All right, inshallah. Let me ask this question first, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, we're talking about the special offer made out of thankfulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when getting a new baby, a son or a daughter. And in fiqh, we have occasions where in order to celebrate the bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and show how happy we are, we slaughter some animals. This is when, for example, we at Eid time we call it udhiyah. This is one of the most incumbent ones. It is sunnah or wajib according to different opinions of the fuqaha. This is the offer we do in Eid al-Adha. When you purchase a new home, for example, it is sunnah and it's called wakira. When you get a new baby, it is called aqiqah, or in one hadith the Prophet disliked calling it aqiqah, it is called nasika. So it is sunnah to slaughter an animal, and in some madhabs, 1 for the girl and 2 for the boy. It is not fard, brother. I would like to highlight this fact to you. This is not fard, this is sunnah. So when people don't have money, they don't have to borrow in order to put themselves under debt and then do it. Whenever they get, they can do it later on. It is sunnah to do it in the 7th day of the birth of the baby. However, if you don't have enough money, you can do it later on when, or as soon as you get enough money. And this is sunnah, this is not fard. It becomes fard, and this is the occasion, be careful, when someone vows, if my son succeeds in his exams, I will slaughter. This is, we call it nadhr, and this is a vow. It becomes incumbent, and in this case, you have to give it to the poor people. While slaughtering an animal, a lamb, for the birth of your daughter or for acquiring a new home is not fard, is sunnah, and you can eat the meat of the lamb or distribute it to your friends or to your family members. So may Allah, inshallah, guide us all to revive the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, and congratulations on your newborn. May Allah bless you and your children and your family. As to the sister who is asking how to be in a company of a sheikh, or how to learn from a sheikh, or how to take a bay'ah with a sheikh, this is a form of seeking knowledge and seeking guidance from sheikhs. And of course, this is obligatory in Islam to seek knowledge, and obligatory in Islam to seek guidance. Some people put it in different ways. I would like to make it as simple as the following. I don't have knowledge, I have to seek knowledge, I have to go to the people of knowledge. I might be on the wrong path, I'm not sure. Then I have to see people who can tell me really about my spiritual state, whether I have hypocrisy or not, how to get rid of my backbiting, how to purify my heart. And this is the job of scholars of righteousness who were trained in order to guide people. For example, you study fiqh with the scholars of fiqh, you study hadith with the scholars of hadith. When it comes to the purification of the heart or the amendment of your work and how to highlight your deficiencies, you need special teachers who are trained in discovering what is in the heart and observing people's behavior and then telling them the right course of action or the right way of making tawbah or the right way of leaving the sin. It's like some people now are addicted to smoking and they have to go to special institutes in order to train and follow some courses to get rid of smoking, although they read the information about how harmful it is, and by the way, it is haram in Islam. And this is, by the way, the job of these righteous scholars, and that was the job of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And above all, in Al-Quran al-Kareem we read that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, كَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا فِيكُمْ رَسُولًا مِنْكُمْ يَتْلُو عَلَيْكُمْ آيَاتِنَا وَيُزَكِّيكُمْ ويعلمكم الكتاب والحكمة ويعلمكم ما لم تكونوا تعلمون. As we sent amongst you a messenger from within you كما أرسلنا فيكم رسولا منكم يتلو عليكم آياتنا, reciting for you our verses. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says ويزكيكم, and purifies you. This job of purification was picked up by the Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, and by their students, التابعين. Abu Hanifa once was teaching fiqh, and his students were students of fiqh, learning Islamic jurisprudence, law. And once he turned to them and said, this is knowledge, where is practice? This is knowledge, where is practice? So he turned their attention to an important area, that the main goal of acquiring knowledge is to practice, rather than getting involved in more and more theory and memorization. We need to practice. And Imam Ghazali, of course, is one of the major resources for the purification of the heart, and his encyclopedic work, Ihya Ulum al-Din, is a marvelous work. Yes, please, we have someone calling.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Yes, sister.
I have one question, and my question is that I have a cousin who grew up with me, and he's 14 years of age, and I'm finding it hard to wear a hijab from him. I was told by other Muslims that if his mother was still giving birth, if I drank her milk, then I wouldn't wear a hijab from him or his father. So I just wanted to clarify that.
All right, inshallah. All right, inshallah. Of course, the issue of breastfeeding to babies has been raised up recently because of wrong fatwas by unqualified people from few Islamic countries. And for that reason, a professor at Al-Azhar University has been recently kicked out of Al-Azhar University and deprived from his job, rightfully, alhamdulillah, after Shaykh Al-Azhar, Dr. Professor Ahmed Al-Tayyib, barakallahu fih, may Allah bless him, seized this job recently. He expelled this professor who gave this fatwa. We know that in another Islamic country there has been a similar fatwa given, that people at old ages may drink the milk of a certain woman and they become her sons in milk. No, this is not right. And the consensus of the Muslim jurists and the imams and the mujtahids, including Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam al-Shafi'i, Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, the major schools of thoughts, all scholars of fiqh did not accept this fact, because breastfeeding, in order to produce the legal result of it, in order to make the woman providing the milk a mother of the baby, has to be done within 2 years. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Al-Quran Al-Kareem, وَالْوَالِدَاتُ يُرْضِعْنَ أَوْلَادَهُنَّ حَوْلَيْنِ كَامِلَيْنِ لِمَنْ أَرَادَ أَنْ يُتِمَّ الرَّضَاعَةَ. And mothers may breastfeed, يُرْضِعْنَ, their children, أَوْلَادَهُنَّ حَوْلَيْنِ كَامِلَيْنِ, 2 full years, for those who would like to complete the course of breastfeeding. لمن أراد أن يتم الرضاعة. These 2 years make the relationship between the mother providing milk, the woman providing milk, and the baby fed by her milk, a relationship like a mother and a son. The Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam says in a hadith agreed upon, a sound statement, يَحْرُمُ مِنَ الرَّضَاعِ مَا يَحْرُمُ مِنَ النَّسَبِ. Exactly like blood relationships, milk makes relationship as strong, and the bond as strong as it is in blood. And things haram will be haram. Haram to get married to your niece, a daughter of your brother, for example, from your both parents who gave birth to your brother. It is haram also to get married to your niece if your sister gave her milk, or your wife's, the wife of your brother gave her milk. It is haram.